Farewell to Bombs edition. That means that from here on out, unless it comes up naturally in the Fortune Cookie, Bomberman Act Zero will no longer be on Fortune Cookie nights, just because it's been, what, 2 months now we've been doing this?
Oh, yeah, about.
And I feel like that's pushing it a little bit too much. I'm sure people who just want Fortune Cookie are probably sick of it just dominating the night. However, that definitely does not mean the end of Bomberman Act Zero. In fact, it means something else. I'm going to try to have, once a week, an actual dedicated Bomberman Act Zero night. So for those who want to play Bomberman Act Zero, there's going to be a dedicated day and time to play. So that way people who don't want to watch it can avoid it, and those who want to watch it can come watch it. So I feel like this is the much better option. So once a week there will be Bomberman Act Zero, but not during Fortune Cookie streams. That way we actually don't have to keep seeing Bomberman Act Zero over and over again, and people get upset and don't have to leave. So there you go.
Sounds like a good time.
Yep.
I figure this is the better option because enough people want to keep playing this, and I enjoy Bomberman, so I'm always down to play Bomberman. And Act Zero has become way more fun than I honestly expected. So, yeah, there we go. We're gonna have dedicated Bomberman Act Zero nights. I'm gonna try to lock down a specific day and time for these, but it's gonna be shaky at first. There's gonna be no more Bomberman this week, however, because I kind of need to figure out the schedule for things. Plus, another solo game stream might be starting this week. Not sure. Depends on how my financials are this week.
Awesome.
So, there you go.
Yep.
Bomberman Act Zero nights. Coming to you soon.
I
I will temporarily, at least, replace the 5th option on Fortune Cookie nights with another game, depending on how people feel about it, though. So we'll see what happens next Cookie stream. Yep. Weird Kirby, thank you for subscribing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
And Dan will still die all the time. Poor Dan. All right, and with that, that is the last game of the night. So let's jump to the Q&A portion of tonight.
Yay, Q&A.
And which I need to run a quick break because I need to run off camera for a second, or off mic, I guess.
That's fine.
So I'm just going to make this one a little short one. So we'll see you guys in about a minute and a half.
Okay. Wow, that was fun.
It was. Love Bomberman Act Zero nights.
They're always interesting, but I do understand why some people are getting sick of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a very different thing compared to most of what John streams.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for those who are signing off right now because we can't say your names, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening and or morning and midday or wherever you live and what time zones.
Mm-hmm.
Ham Sandwiches, I'm glad you had fun. You should come back for more. Bomberman Act Zero nights are great.
God, it got quiet. So, anything we want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if chat wants to ask any questions, but I don't think so. The Digital Dragon, no. Usually, for what we know right now, it's just starting a room, and because there's so few people playing, as in there's barely any people playing, you can just join the room, and it's probably gonna be John's room.
Dan said he had to search for it though, because there was another server open tonight.
Oh yeah, some Canadians have been playing, and Dan, Juker, and some other people do play on the off time, so feel free to do that too.
Yes, Red Dragon. It is now Q&A session. But we'll probably wait for John to come back, so that way.
That's awfully nice of you.
Oh,
We try.
thank.
No, I just got back. All right. For those of you who are new here, what we do whenever we're done playing games is we just kind of talk about shit. So we take questions. So if you have questions for any of us in the call, that is Psychotic Gex, Proton John, Knucklehead161, and CDI Games, by all means ask them and we'll see if we can answer them.
And since it's the end of the night, I just want to say thank you to the moderators, Tamar, Amber, and the other guys who watched the chat and everything. You guys are awesome.
Always appreciate their help.
You guys always save my ass when I do this stupid shit, so I'm greatly glad that all you guys do this and hang out here and put up with my stupid shit. So thank you so much. Sound off to you guys too, Gex and K-Head, because like K-Head, you saved my ass on the multiplayer stream. And Gex, I've been seeing you in the chat being active as well, so I appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you.
John, when is the next Superman video? Says Amber.
God.
The next video is eventually. that's really the only answer I can give at this point.
Hopefully.
I did figure out the problem that was keeping me from doing the new videos, and the recordings do seem to be fine. So really, it's down to sitting down and actually recording shit. So that's the next challenge.
I know, it's always take you to make a video for a Let's Play.
I know Amber was kidding. I just felt like answering it anyways.
Apparently, if you type in Superman on Wikipedia, it comes up with you in one of the articles.
I've been told. I think it's on Superman 64.
Because you're now a source of information about for that game.
Yeah. I saw a question saying, Gex, what is your YouTube?
My YouTube name is Psychotic Gex. It is capital PSYCHOTIC. Capital G.
Chat.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm just
yes.
gonna warn.
Don't spell the word psychotic in stream. Some people might spell that wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Let me grab my YouTube link. But right now, I'm kind of on a hiatus right now. Current project right now is Sonic Heroes with Azure Blade 49, but it's kind of on a hiatus right now because of school. But once classes are done, I'll start being able to upload them more again. But I think the newest video right now is just sheer stupidity beyond my belief. Because Team Chaotix just... Yep, Team Chaotix wrecked my shit so bad.
So much love in this chat.
All the love going everywhere. I saw someone ask the question, why didn't TRG play Bomberman Act Zero? Two legitimate reasons for that. One, to play multiplayer Bomberman Act Zero, you need to play on Xbox Live, which means A, we need an internet connection, B, we need at least 4 Xbox 360s, if not 8, along with that many copies of Bomberman Act Zero, and B reason is because we recorded that tournament well before the Bomberman Act Zero became a thing on these streams. We recorded the Bomberman Battlefest tournament.
That was at PAX Prime.
PAX Prime, which was late August, early September, and I heard someone say that Act Zero started becoming a thing in October.
Yes, October at the earliest.
Yeah, so there was at least a month and a half gap there. So that's why.
Tenmar, my Twitter should be linked to my YouTube. But anyways, my YouTube is in the chat, guys, and Tenmar linked it too. So Tenmar, thank you very much.
John's life is Bomberman now. Dude, you know what? Story time. Okay, I played Bomberman a ton as a kid. I loved it. Every now and then I'd have friends come over, but I could only play it 2 players. So when emulation became a thing, I learned about Z-Battle, which is when I could play the games online, and that's when I found out about Super Bomberman 3, 4, and 5. I played Super Bomberman 5 online a ton. That is my favorite Bomberman game, and that's why I have a physical cartridge of it here now.
Nice.
But, yeah, no, I'd always play the game like 2-player or 3-player, so the fact that I suggested it when we needed a tournament, I'm like, well, Bomberman's a fantastic multiplayer game. Everyone's played Bomberman. And we went to the tournament, and no one had played Bomberman.
That's kind of shocking.
It depressed the fuck out of me. The only people who played Bomberman have not been introduced to the tournament yet, to be honest. Everyone else practiced, or some people practiced when we told them what the game was, but the majority of people had never played Bomberman in the past until we suggested the tournament. So when I found that out, I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be interesting to watch. Sorry, there's one more I'm gonna grab before you ask a question, Gex. That is, John, have you read my Twitch message about Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch yet? Yes, I have. I'm gonna look into that. Thank you, Ark.
Have any of you played Starbound? If so, what do you think about it thus far?
Sorry, what now?
I've been hearing a lot about Starbound lately. Isn't that like the space type Terraria kind of thing, or Minecraft-ish thing?
It's literally Terraria, but it's spacebound. It's based on space and a few other things. I have not played it yet. Looks somewhat interesting, but it's still in early access, so no idea what it's going to be like.
John, can you stream Pokemon X or Y? I don't have a 3DS capture card. That's actually what A, the subscriber's for, and B, the donation button underneath the stream is for. I'm trying to save up money to pick up the 3DS capture card and everything that I need for it. So if you want to help assist that along so that could potentially happen, feel free to donate, but I'm not going to force anyone to donate. So otherwise, we're just going to wait and see if the subscriber money will actually end up helping me get that, which it looks like it might.
Hey Jex, you might remember in PAX 2012 during the Runaway Guys panel, a guy filming it next to you. That was me, bro. Remember? Yes, I do remember you, Mr. Canadian Donut. I'm actually subscribed to you.
Yeah, I remember that too. I was right there too. Huh.
Yeah, I actually participated in the Mario Kart. Actually, Kad, you and me actually participated in the Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah, we both did Double Dash. I was actually in Throne Controllers, but I failed because I got the blue question right away.
I so want to try the Throne Controls game trivia. Again, I love trivia. It's so much fun because even if you get it wrong, hey, you still learn something out of it. That's what I say, Bob. Once I go to the next convention, I get my number call. Woohoo!
No freaking. It is very hard to stream a Game Gear if you're doing actual hardware because there's no real easy way to get the video out of it. You can do certain things with a Genesis and or Master System kind of conversions, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, any Game Gear streaming is almost always emulated.
Yeah, I've seen. I know the Angry Video Game Nerd has a modded Game Gear, so it pretty much makes it so it does play like a Sega Genesis, but.
Well, yeah, you could get attachment Sega Genesis plays Master System games, and Game Gear Master System games are pretty much 100% compatible with differences in size and other nonsense.
Like the actual Game Gear, the signal comes directly from the Game Gear to the TV, and he has like a modded control. He has a modded Master System controller.
Okay, yeah, that's a completely different thing. Yeah.
John, I have a suggestion for a sub stream. How about some Throne Controllers, but with just questions? I don't actually want to burn the Throne Controller questions I have currently, so I'd like to hang on to those for now, because we're going to be running that again at PAX East. But it's not a bad idea. Actually, now that I remember, John, NY Video Game Freak, German Fat Ass, he's one of the guys usually in the call, the one I kept calling Brad mistakenly on Saturday. He is working on a Jeopardy game, and once that's done, it will be playable on stream, and we may get some audience participation with that. We'll figure that one out.
That's cool.
Can Dan and Juker be in the future Bomberman calls? I don't know about Dan. Dan's pretty fucking salty when he plays Bomberman, I've noticed. Juker I'm down for, but Dan, you gotta tone down that salt, buddy.
I think he's gone.
I think he's still here, actually. I thought I saw him a minute ago. John, how about letting subs pick the 5th choice? Maybe. I don't know. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna stick with the first option I have for 5th choice, see how it goes over, and then maybe we'll open it up to subs. But right now, there's still the plan for the subs pick my game stream in a week or two, so. Also, John, give me birthday wish so I can leave. Death the Kid 2, your birthday wish is that you can ask for more wishes, but they will not be granted. Surprise! Happy birthday!
Here we go. Question for all of you. What's a crazy character that probably wouldn't be in Smash Brothers, but you want to still see in the next one anyways?
Waluigi. As a playable, anyways.
Yeah, it's playable. Mine was Axel and Shiva from Streets and Rage.
Oh, from like any series, not just stuff that would be for Nintendo?
I feel like that's cheating, or not necessarily it if you pick another company. Like, why would Streets of Rage be there? Like, I'm surprised any Sonic stuff actually stays in there.
I'm surprised too, but hey, if they have Sonic, they can have Streets of Rage.
I guess. You just love Streets of Rage.
A little too much, yes.
The Hunter from Monster Hunter.
Gino from Mario RPG. Ugh, freaking no.
I don't know, he's got a 9999 hit, so.
I would consider that as a final smash, though. In all fairness.
Oh yeah, it'd be a great spot. It'd be a great final smash, though.
All right. Sorry, I saw 2 questions I gotta make sure I answer. First is from Inujima that says, John, what is your favorite type of SpaghettiOs? Up until my trip to the States, I did not realize there was more than one type of SpaghettiOs.
There's thousands.
I was shocked when I saw that. I'm like, oh, there's just standard SpaghettiOs, and there's like the spaghetti, and then there's all the other like other characters or types. Then I went to the States and like, there's hot dog SpaghettiOs, cheeseburger SpaghettiOs. I'm like, what the hell is all this? I'll try it anyways. And then Emil didn't have a fucking can opener. I may or may not still be a little jaded about that. If anyone wants to get, I wish Emil had a PO box, because then I just tell people to send him can openers, because that'd be fucking funny.
That would be hysterical.
Oh my god. But no. I guess I've really only known the traditional. So if you were actually serious about sending me cans of SpaghettiOs through my PO box, just do whatever, as long as there's some original in there. As for the other question. The other question was, John, when subscribers suggest the games for the subscriber stream, are you going to let them in the call with you for the duration of the game? That's not a half bad idea. I might actually look into that as well, but that means I'm going to have to warn anyone I want to co-com in advance that I'm using the alt account.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Oh, this one's from, oh, dang, I just lost it. Oh, Vincent asked, what game performed subpar at launch, but you believe would be a great comeback if redone? Or, I'm going to go...
Bomberman Act Zero!
Pretty much.
No, actually, it sucked at launch, but I'm actually, you know what? I'm honestly surprised that Knack sucks. I thought Knack was going to end up being good, but apparently it's a piece of shit.
That's
Yeah, I've
what
heard they got a bunch of glitches and stuff.
For me, probably Wonderful 101.
I
What?
can see that, yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess I can use some changes. You're right. The controls kind of jaded a lot of people.
Controls, the camera, and some other stuff.
Wait.
Mine's Ninja Baseball Batman, a IRAM beat-em-up from the arcades. It has less than 1,000 cabinets produced.
Oh, Ninja Baseball Batman's so good.
I'm actually on a project right now trying to port the graphics and/or stuff over to other things. But that's a personal battle that I'm involving everyone else in the world with.
Wait, the Ninja Baseball Bat one?
Yeah, Ninja Baseball Batman.
Yeah, I thought the nerd wanted some of that love.
Yeah, no, the nerds probably would help push into the public eye lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I remember playing that in the arcades back in the mid-90s. And hating it because it's way overly difficult, because it's an IRAM game, so enemy hits come first, your hits come second.
John, did you have SpaghettiOs as a kid, and that's why you love them today? Yeah, no, they were what I used to have in lunch a bunch of times. My parents used to put them in like a little container for me, and then I put them in the microwave when I was at or any school, really. I don't think it was necessarily high school. I don't even know if we still have them in high school now that I think about it. I just remember being like, these are sweet. It's like a childhood memory. For all I know, they probably taste like garbage now to me, but it's nostalgia, essentially. That's why I was kind of pissed off. I just couldn't have them at Emil's place because he doesn't own a fucking can opener.
Just go ahead and buy one.
You know what the best part is? You know what the best part is? I'm giving him so much shit, and I just realized I don't own one either. But but I have a legitimate excuse. My legitimate excuse is I just moved out of a house where I was living with my girlfriend for the past 4 years, and we had a can opener through that, and she ended up inheriting the can opener out of the relationship. Because I think it was hers, to be fair, but...
Still.
So that's why I don't have a can opener. I have a legitimate reason. He's been living on his own for a while and has not had one.
Actually,
You know.
go ahead, Brad.
I was gonna say, does he cook? Question mark.
Oh no, more stories. All right.
Oh boy.
So everyone knows that whenever we go on a trip, we always end up picking up a bunch of groceries the first day. Like if you watch Tim's vlogs, you can pretty much see this entire trip in full. We went to go groceries, and I'm like, hey, do you have like a dipper or like a pot that I can like boil hot dogs or like make spaghetti or pasta or anything like that in? He's like, what's that? I'm like, So we walk through the culinary section of the grocery store we're in, and we pick up a bunch of things. We pick up stirring spoons. We pick up I don't know. I think it was we almost picked up a spatula. We wouldn't have needed that. We picked up some pots, some pans, just like everything he needed to cook. Otherwise, the only pot he has is a gigantic, like, the size you would put a turkey in pot. And I was like, why would you even have this? He's like, I don't know. Someone gave it to me. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we bought all these things for him, and we were like, okay, we're going to show you how to cook, like, spaghetti, of all things. Spaghetti is the easy thing.
Oh yeah,
to
no,
cook.
it's super easy.
And then, of course, his idea the entire time was like, let's go out for dinner. Let's go out for dinner. Let's go out for lunch. What do you want for breakfast? All right. So all the stuff that we bought to cook and to show him how to cook, we never used. Which is also why I kept forgetting about the SpaghettiOs, because... Well,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just... Oh, apparently Reese cleaned Emil's house?
Yes. Oh, man. More story times. We've probably told this story in the past, at least. First time we went, or this was probably the second time, actually, we went down to record. Luca came over because we were recording the Little Big Planet around that time. Mm-hmm. When we did that, the day before she got there, Emil got violently ill. We went to an IHOP, ate dinner, and he got food poisoning from something, which was weird because the things he was eating, Tim and I each had different parts of. Like, I don't know, it was something. I remember he had eggs and bacon and stuff like that. I had bacon. Tim had eggs. He had pancakes. I had pancakes. He was the only one who got sick. So he was to the point where he had to keep running to the washroom and vomiting all the time. He was like garbage sick, like so bad that I had to take his car to pick up Luca from the airport. Mm-hmm. So Luca comes in, and we go the next day. We think he's feeling fine. We get woken up early in the morning by... So I have earplugs, so I'm also shocked that I heard this. So I get up. Luca gets up. I think Tim actually still slept through this, oddly enough. He might have gotten up as well. I'm not sure. It was really loud. And Emil had vomited over his entire kitchen floor. He thought he was fine. But no, he was just so violently ill. He bent down to get like Gatorade or something, and blah. So
yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, so because Emil had been like super kind to me back when we first started the Runaway Guy recording, and I got food poisoning and threw up. Emil had watched my back. He basically hung out with me in the bathroom when I was sick, and then he gave me like a bucket to throw up in, which came in handy because I ended up projectile vomiting in the middle of the night. I said, well, it's only fair. I'll clean up the vomit. And then Luca also helped out a bunch to clean the kitchen.
Oh, that's nice of her.
And it ended when we cleaned up with us both saying, wow, this kitchen looks a lot cleaner than when we got here. Which is bad because he cleaned the kitchen before we got there. But it gets so much worse, and I don't even know I should be saying this part. His fridge, we decided to clean the fridge. I think this was before Luca got there. This was me because we'd picked up groceries. I was putting stuff in. all right, I got some apples. I'll slide the apples in the crisper drawer. Holy shit, never mind.
Bad idea.
Oh, man, I opened it up, and there was, like, a bag of, like, the lettuce, crisper lettuce, and it was liquid, which I didn't know lettuce could do.
Yeah, I had the same, so I moved my apartment, the person behind me left carrots and lettuce in the crisper drawer, and I didn't realize that until, like, 4 months after moving in, and yeah, straight liquid.
And Luca's like, I was not looking at that fridge the entire time I was there. I was too scared.
Don't blame you.
And there was also like blueberries or something that was in there as well, that the mold had gotten through it and was attached to the bottom of the container. So I was like, nope, taking that out of the fridge. I threw it in his shower. There's 2 separate bathrooms in his house. I threw it in his shower, filled it up with all the dish detergent, disinfectant, everything I could, and left it in his shower and just like left it soaked. And then he eventually, like, he wasn't there when we were doing this, I don't believe, or he wasn't paying attention. So the next day he comes to me, he's like, John, why is there stuff in my bathroom? I'm like, well, because you had mold in your fridge. He's like, oh, okay. It's like, well, what'd you do with it? I left it in your bathtub. It's like, I just put it on the floor and emptied it out and left it there. It's like, what the fuck? You just threw it on the fucking dirty floor? Why? What the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, I don't know. I just wondered what it was from. I didn't realize it was from the fridge. Oh my god.
I don't know if you could hear how hard I facepalmed.
Please do not tell Emil that I'm telling these stories.
No.
But what the fuck?
So, random question.
I don't know.
It's probably not related to much of anything. Because you brought up the bucket. So are you one of those people that, like, when you get sick, you won't actually physically, like, vomit unless you have something to vomit into? Like, do you have that mental block?
God, I wish.
I have this mental block. I went to a wedding with my girlfriend, and granted, we had a little too much to drink, but they were providing alcohol, so why not? And I told them, don't let me drink rum. And so we got into a stupid argument about when a song came out by R.E.M. And somebody was quoting that it came out like the mid-90s. I'm like, no, it came out in the 80s. And it's the stupidest thing, but I bet 2 shots of whiskey on it, and then a shot of rum following it up. And they said, okay, well, fine. They looked it up, and me being me, decided that, okay, well, I was wrong too because it came out in both years. And I was fine for the rest of the evening until my girlfriend decided, hey, I'm going to get you a bucket to throw up in case you get sick. And for whatever reason, that mental block just goes away. It's the stupidest thing.
Weird. I know that last time I got sick and got when I had food poisoning, I was in the shower and I guess the heat of the shower triggered me, so I ended up throwing up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I unfortunately had to clean up the shower because of that mess. That was nasty, but I was out of it for at least a day and a half. And the worst part was my ex at the time. She'd also gotten food poisoning too, so she had no pity for me. 'Cause she's like, I put up with this, you put up with it. So. But no, I can't think of any time that I've actually puked up on I don't know, say bed sheets or the floor. It's always been everywhere else. So.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly God I don't know how to answer it or put my 2 cents into it.
I don't vomit that easily because I've had times when I've wanted to vomit because it's okay, I feel so much better if I just vomit, but I can't. My body's stomach just does not let me, does not want the food to go back up.
I'm kind of jealous.
No, you shouldn't be. It feels terrible because I'd rather just get it all done at once. When I do vomit, I feel so much better, but there's times I just want to, I feel the actual thing coming up, but then it just stops and it goes back down. I'm just get out.
John, question. How in quotation marks, do you put up with the insanity at meals?
I don't know. I don't know.
To be fair,
Wait,
isn't that
Luke,
what
I
says?
think it's the fourth guess that usually keeps my sanity.
Okay, wait. I do have one legitimate question. How old is it?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling I know what you're laughing at.
Yeah.
I have one legitimate question. How old is Emil?
He is 5 years younger than me, which makes him 23. Although I believe, he's 23 right now. He'll be 24 in April, which is why there's a 4-year gap at that point. That should be right. And
Wait,
and Tim is 10 years older than me.
Wait, what day in April?
April 8th. I believe that is Emil's. If that's not Emil's, that's Tim's. I believe Tim's is April 6th.
Yes, I'm older than him by 4 days.
Luca is having PTSD about the trip. She was woken up by the cats fighting, Emil throwing up, Tim snores like a bloody chainsaw. The fridge was gross. It's oh my god.
Okay. In all fair honesty, when I have to clean, it depends really. If it's really nasty, sometimes I just have that mental image, just get it done, get it out, and be done with it. Because there have been times where when I've had to clean some of my friends' houses for just in case, there are some things in there that should have not been there or should have been gotten rid of a long time ago. But I just be like, it's done, be done, it's clean, do it again, I will kick your ass. See?
Yeah, sometimes that's sometimes how it have to go.
Yeah, Tim I think has honestly the best time usually when he's on these trips, because people are asking what happened with Tim during all these things we've been describing. Tim was either sleeping or just off in his own world playing a game. Traditionally, whenever Tim's on a TRG trip, he's in head first into a game. Last trip it was Pokemon. I don't know if he has X or Y, whichever one he's playing. Trip before that, when he was at my house, or that was a way back, he was way into Radiant Historia. Last trip, I think the one that either Jake was on or Luca was Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. I feel like that might have been the Jake trip.
Yeah, Tim's pretty chill though,
Tim
super
is
chill.
super chill. Tim's also had nothing bad happen to him on these trips. I've had horrible mood swings, for lack of a better term, because half the time I go on these trips, something bad happens right before it. Last trip, the trip that we did Castle Crashers and Mario Party 3 on, I had just broken up with my girlfriend of 5 years, so and even though it was a mutual breakup, we discussed it, I was trigger hair patience. If Emil said anything the wrong way, I almost wanted to punch him. That's why I kept snapping so much during Mario Party 3 and a little bit during Castle Crashers, but it was a bit more subdued in Castle Crashers because Jake kept balancing it out. Oh, apparently Inujima is actually sending me SpaghettiOs.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Very nice.
Emil's had food poisoning on these trips. and some bad luck in certain aspects. I've had things going wrong for me right before I get there, or being stressed out about things. Tim, as far as I'm aware of, has had nothing wrong, really. So,
well, I do.
We've
Go
even
ahead,
had
John.
we've even had our guests had problems, but Tim is the only one who's escaped this.